What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dial 24. Yes, this is my channel and we cover a lot of things, but today we're going to be talking about this watch right here. It turns out that this is my client's 7th watch that he's purchased from us, and before I let the watch leave, we have to do a couple things. We're going to go ahead and regulate it. According to the factory, that's good at like plus or minus 35 seconds, something like this. That's not okay with me. I like to bring it, plus 2 seconds per day. I'd rather you be early than late. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and regulate this watch today. But I just realized, and we realized we were discussing this is his 7th watch. He loves our watches. He's become a pretty decent friend. He's another car guy as well. So yeah, thank you, dude. I appreciate it, but let's get into this. No more wasting time. We got a watch to regulate. Let's go. All right, we're back. And yes, I went and got some McDonald's breakfast. So today we're actually delivering this watch to a client. Before I do that, we need to go ahead and regulate it. So I actually had somebody say, hey, why don't you show us how to regulate a watch? Yeah, okay, not a problem. I'll show you how to regulate a watch. It's actually pretty straightforward. There's only 2 adjustments that you really need to be looking at. But today we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna show you everything, but I'm really just gonna show you kind of basically how simple it is. It can be a long process. I've already timed this one, and this one is, according to the factory, good, but not good in my eyes. It's a little bit too fast and or slow. I think this one was actually fast by quite a bit, but we're gonna go ahead and change that today by regulating this for you guys. So today, let's go ahead and get this regulated. Then we're also gonna go ahead and send this out. Now, like I mentioned, this is like the 7th piece for this client. Now, client, I'm not gonna mention his name, but client, thank you. That's really awesome of you. That's really cool that you just really support the brand, and you've been there since the beginning of this. Yeah, we're just really grateful here at Hurst Co and Time Panda. So, also, we're gonna go ahead and make sure, let's see, check this out. We want all the angles. All right, so first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and get this thing. I like to take the bracelet off because, here, I'll show you. How I'm gonna show you is I'm actually gonna bring this down and show you what it's gonna do. Another thing I do is I wrap this in a little bit of this plastic here just to keep any scratches from happening. We're gonna go and throw it on here just like that. Sound on for you guys. Now, as you can see, this is set, well, right now, actually, hold on, let me make sure my lift angle right here, that's supposed to be at 53 degrees. Now, as you can see, this is running fast by 23 seconds, guys. I'm not okay with that. 23 seconds is not okay in my book. 23 seconds over a day, I mean, it's not gonna kill you. Most people will set their watch down and have to reset it after a couple days. Let's turn this off. But as for me, I like to go ahead and make sure that it's timed, plus 2 seconds per day. The Seiko from the factory standard, they're allowing, plus or minus 35 to 45. I'm not okay with that. Whereas the Grand Seiko, for instance, will leave the factory, I think it's plus or minus 3 seconds per day. But today we're gonna go ahead and bring this down to 2 seconds per day. I like to try to get it around 2 seconds per day. That's a pretty good goal for mine. And apparently these like to have the beat error around 0.3 is where they operate the best. So first thing we're gonna try to do is we're gonna zero in that beat error to be around 0.3. Most people try to get it down to 0, but from what I hear, the TMI, NH35, 34, anything the NH series runs best at a 0.3 beat error. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll make this kind of quick. I'm not gonna show you every step, but I am gonna go ahead and record it and film some of these steps for you. And the first thing we're gonna do is start by removing the bracelet from the watch. Because, here, I'll show you. When I tap this bracelet a little bit, or tap the machine, or any kind of, anything on the desk or anything like this, you'll start to see like this little fuzz beginning to appear. And it throws things off in the timing and the regulations. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and, remove the bracelet and get everything like that out of the way. And then I will start regulating it. So let's go ahead and get after that real quick. The head of the box. All right. And what we're gonna do is we're going to open up the back. We can actually use a case back tool, but I know I can get it off just fine with the case back ball. And I won't be like scratching at the surface or anything like that. Sorry, I had to get the cameras going. So let's go ahead and get this going, and I'll show you what's going on here. Now what I'm doing is I'm basically listening to the heartbeat of the watch. Inside you have what is called your balance, and that balance wheel has a little spring in it. That spring is called a hairspring. And what we're trying to do is make sure that that balance wheel is oscillating at the proper rhythm. Rhythm is important. It could be either too fast of a rhythm, too slow of a rhythm. It could be perfectly in time, but a bad latency. This one has a 1.8 beat error. That is what your beat error is. Kind of boring stuff, I know, but we're gonna skip all of that and we're just gonna go into regulating it, as it's called in the industry. I hate when people say that. In the industry, it's called this. And make sure it's in frame here still. So like I mentioned, some of the things I've already noticed is that the beat error is bad. So the first thing I need to do is address the beat error. Now, if you look, this top one is your regulation right here, this top one right here. The bottom one, this adjusts your beat error. What I'm trying to do is get this number right here, the 1.7 milliseconds. I'm trying to get that down to about a 0.3 is what is said to be best, and I've seen and observed it works best with an NH35 or NH series watches. So that is our goal, is we're trying to get that down to match that. So we're gonna work with that. Now, I suggest people who haven't done this before, use a plastic or nylon spudging tool or something like this, or a wooden dowel, something like that. I like to, and I can get away with it because I've been doing this for a little bit now, and I know how careful I need to be. I actually like to use the spring bar tool because it has that little hook on the end, and I can get in there and actually get on the part that needs to be moved. So first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the beat error. Now I always forget which direction makes it faster or slower. I do this enough, I need to remember, but just the slightest, even touching it will make it change. So I'm gonna go ahead and just barely touch it and see which way it moves, but I'm also gonna move this wheel out of the way. Actually, good practice, guys. I should have done this. Remove your rotor, guys. It'll just get in the way. All right, now we can dive into this. Every once in a while, you're gonna have to wait for it to go through a cycle and see which way you've affected it. Now, the way I'm pushing it, I'm actually pushing it to move the dial to be counterclockwise, which is it's rotating to the left. So I'm gonna keep on doing that because it went down by 0.1. I need to bring it down to 0.03. All right, right now I've got that beat error down to 1.6, so it is moving in the correct direction. Remember, I'm trying to get it down to a 0.3. And by adjusting this beat error and getting it exactly where it needs to be, I'm actually changing how fast it's running. So when I started this, I was at a 1.8, and now as you can see, I'm at a 0.9, but the timing has gone up substantially to 37 seconds a day. Now, according to Seiko and according to their factory standard, that's still within like darn near close to their standards. That's not good enough for me. So right now we're sitting at a 0.8, and I'm gonna do a couple more of these just little checkups on these and adjust it a tiny bit more and zero that into 0.3 millisecond beat error. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and start regulating its timing. Just gotta push it a tiny bit back in the other direction. We should be good, just like a little nudge. And I may have just gone and done it to the perfect 0.3. Look at that. Here, I'll show you. Look, I'm just turning on the camera right now, and I've adjusted it perfectly to that 0.3 milliseconds. So that's where we want to be. We have a nice strong amplitude, we have a 0.3 millisecond beat error, and we're at the 53-degree lift angle. So to me, now it's ready to go ahead and regulate its time, its loss or gain per day. All right, so you have your two control arms here. You have this lower one right here. This one controls the beat error. And then you have this top one right here. That one controls what is regulates your time and loss per day. So now that this is at the 0.3 millisecond beat error, 0.3 millisecond, oh, there you go. So now that we've got that going right, we're gonna go ahead and adjust timing of it now. Right now it is running way too fast. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that right now. Like I said, we're just gonna go ahead and slightly nudge this wheel now. Now this one takes a little bit more moving. You can move this one a little more drastically and not so much will change. And honestly, I think I just brought that down to a really good 19 seconds fast per day. Let's bring it down a little bit slower. That one really dropped me, so now I'm gonna bring it back up some. I'm at +4 seconds. Bring this down a little, just the smallest little tap at this point now. And there she is. To me, that's acceptable. +1, 2 seconds a day, I'll take it. So now that we've got that all regulated and everything is all good to go, and let's get ready to send this out. Here's the watch. Now we need to go ahead and get this all packed up and sent out. So I'm not gonna bore you with that. Let's go ahead and cut to the montage. That's it. Let's go ahead and get this shipped out, and yeah, guys, we're almost done. That's what it looks like to get this out the door to one of you guys. And I do this for every watch. Every watch. Every watch. I shouldn't do that. Yeah, let's keep moving. We got stuff to do.
Go hard like a Kobe, 24 on the clock. Grinding hard to the morning. Promise that we won't drop. I can take no losses. Pray that we make it out. We ain't scared to take a shot. Guarantee we won't stop.